I want to talk about the Kat and Jimmy thing, but it's a few different perspectives here. Are we giving Kat props for saying anything back? And if you need the backstory, obviously Jimmy Butler, former Timberwolf, infamously, while a member of the Timberwolves during the practice, beat Karl Anthony Towns and the Wiggins and basically the starters with the third string without taking a shot, allegedly wearing a Rolex. Right. So Jimmy Butler, while with the T-Wolves, was not fond of the working habits, practice habits, whatever, of Wiggins and Towns. So he took the third string, it went up against the starters, and beat them. Again, without taking a shot, allegedly wearing a Rolex. So obviously Jimmy gets his way out of Minnesota, works his way to Philly, ends up in South Beach. So now the Heat played the Timberwolves. And I believe this is the first time him and Kat have been on the court together since that infamous practice. And we know how Jimmy gives it up. And he's been emboldened to be even more about giving it up with this Heat culture thing wrapped around him as well. So he's talking shit on the court with Kat this past week. And he calls him soft. Soft as baby shit. Don't you love the fact that you can listen to a platform where you can hear someone quote what Jimmy Butler says in full with no bleeps? Jimmy Butler told Karl Anthony Towns, "You're soft like baby shit." Karl Anthony Towns replies, "Go call Rachel Nichols." Now, even though it's a soft comeback, not soft as baby shit comeback, but it's a soft comeback, I like the Rachel Nichols line. It's still not a good enough comeback, but it's a witty enough comeback that I'll cut him some slack that it's not a good enough comeback, if you follow me. Soft as baby shit. A dude telling you you're soft as baby shit after he beats you and your mans in them with the third string while taking no shots and allegedly wearing a Rolex. That dude following up the next time he sees you on the same basketball court and beating you again tells you you're soft as baby shit. That's a lot to come back from. But to flip it right back and be like, yeah, all right, bruh, go call Rachel Nichols. Because, again, backstory. After that practice where he took the third string, didn't take any shots, and allegedly wore a Rolex, he called Rachel Nichols, and that's how the story broke. The only reason why we know of that infamous practice where Jimmy walked out after beating the starters with the third string, taking no shots, and allegedly wearing a Rolex is because he hit Rachel Nichols. Now, how he's hitting Rachel Nichols, how or why or under what circumstances he's hitting Rachel Nichols, I can't speak on that, yams. But it happened, and then the story went crazy, and now there's been layers upon layers of details that have been leaked out from this infamous practice as the year and change. What, been 2 years since then, right? About a year and a half, 2 years since that happened. You're soft as baby shit. Go call Rachel Nichols. It's not good enough, but it's witty enough. And there's a difference. So that's one part of it, right? The other part is, did you catch Ant-Man? Ant-Man, he put his couple cents in. He put his 2 pennies in. And he was trying to ride for Kat, but it looked weird in how he decided to ride for Kat, because that's his mans in them now. So in the post game, after the whole softest baby shit, go call Rachel Nichols 1-2. For some reason, the Timberwolves are having Kat and Ant-Man do post-game things together, like tandem. Kind of like how LeBron and Wade, when the Heels thing was going on, they used to do post-games together. Somehow Kat and Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, are doing that thing. And one of the reporters asked about the whole interaction, and because of the arena, and the lack of fans in it, you could pick it up the sound real clear. Like it was blatantly to see. So Ant-Man decided to answer the question that was directed at Karl Anthony Towns in regards to the Karl Anthony Towns Jimmy Butler interaction. Right. And his answer was more like, these are two grown men, we should let that be. They're grown men talking. And it was weird because it looked like Anthony Edwards felt like he needed to step in and defend Karl Anthony Towns. Now, here's the problem with that. It's going to be hard to live down being called soft as baby shit when you're a whatever year vet, probably 5-6 years for Cat, maybe 7 years for Cat, 7-year vet, and you got a rookie trying to defend your honor. That's not gonna that's not gonna do too much in regards to getting rid of the whole soft label. That's going to be problematic to get rid of the soft label. And that's been a thing for Cat. He's basically empty stats. He's not a compiler. Well, is he a compiler? Is he the porn fraud? Is he Jason Witten? Wow. Is Cat a compiler? Hey, look, I know he's Jersey, and I know people in Jersey have a soft spot for ballers and hoopers from Jersey. But is Karl Anthony Towns, is Cat a compiler? He's definitely known as soft around the league. I can definitely confirm that. Like, soft as baby shit, that's been said in many different ways, in many different text and group chats about Karl Anthony Towns. The problem is, how do you rectify that? How do you change that narrative if you have the number 1 overall pick who's going to supplant you as the face of your current franchise, feels the need to defend you in the press game post-conference? I don't know. It's looking bad for Karl Anthony Towns. So, one, I give him credit for at least having a comeback and having a witty comeback to Jimmy live and direct in the moment. But then he looked shaky in the light in the post-game press conference, having the future face of the franchise feel the need to defend him. So we give him props for one and shade for the other. So just like most things with Karl Anthony Towns, it's indifferent. It's 50-50. We can't lean any way. Can't lean in any kind of direction when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns. But is he a compiler? Let me know. That's yeah. I mean that's gonna need a deep dive. I might have to do a deep dive on that. I don't know if I can add him to trash narratives. I don't know if I want to put him up on that trash narrative screen yet. But Karl Anthony Towns, compiler?